The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
Live.
Yep.
Welcome back to another episode of the Podwans Podcast. I am not Chase, nor am I Char.
No, it's
but
not.
It's Luke. With my co-host Hereth.
What's going on,
Say
everybody?
hello to the listeners, the good people of the Podwans Nation.
Oh God,
I'm
that's a
ready to
throwback.
Roll, baby. We are back. We are back.
We are back.
All right. We've been gone for a little bit. Who cares? There's not much going on. But we got major news. We got a little fun Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, which was kind of cute, that we'll talk about in a little bit. But Eric, start us off with the news.
We got some news. Oh my God, we've been gone for a month. See what happens when it
News?
happens when you've been gone for a while.
Wait, can we do it? Can we do it?
I don't think we can do it.
Can we do it?
That's a little copyright. I think that's a little trademark to Luke.
Fuck it. New news.
Okay,
New
you
news.
football shill. Anyway.
I love it. Anyway.
So, starting it off, we had something a little special last week for Star Wars. A little broadcast called the Emmys.
Oh yeah.
And with
Andor,
getting 5
yeah.
awards.
Yep. What were I know Tony Gilroy's brother won best writing.
Yeah, Dan Gilroy won Outstanding Writer for a drama series for episode 9 of Andor specifically.
9, which is obviously Mon Mothma's big speech, which was probably the best episode of Star Wars I've ever seen.
And then after that, the next one was Outstanding Fantasy and Sci-Fi Costumes, which we all kind of called from a million miles away.
Yeah, they usually do. They usually sweep that. If Star Wars is in that category, it usually sweeps. Unless it's the next couple of the next couple of shows that we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Yep. And then
that's always like the competition.
And then the next one that's kind of like the given for Star Wars is Outstanding Production Design, specifically Episode 8.
Yes. Episode 8. Remind me again what happens in Episode 8.
It's the big episode, Luke. Gorman.
That's not the Mon Man. That's Gorman. Oh yeah, absolutely. That episode rocked me. It's still so good. Anyway.
Then
parallels.
Yep. One Outstanding Picture Editing, also for Episode 8.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, that's think about that. Think about that stretch of episodes. 8, 9, 10. My God.
Yep. And then the last one, also a stereotypical Star Wars sweep. We got Outstanding Special Visual Effects.
Yep, VFX, yeah. I mean, when you have ILM at your disposal, they can make anything look good. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. But,
I mean,
yeah, Andor really getting more shine in the writing category. I think that writing, it would have been nice. Obviously, I do think that the Pit definitely deserved to win best drama.
Yeah.
Me being an ER person, that's the Pit is my jam. I really, really enjoyed that first season. But if Andor would have won, I wouldn't have been upset either.
You're an ER person? I mean, obviously I knew you work in ER, but like I didn't know like you were like you're more of a medical drama guy.
No. ER the show.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, my parents would watch it religiously. Like I think it would come on every Tuesday night at like 8. And my parents would just be watching it. It's a sick show. It's really, really good. It was Grey's Anatomy. It did better for Grey's Anatomy than what Grey's Anatomy is now. But yeah, I that it deserved to win that. It's really good show. But Andor was just as good, if not better.
I mean, obviously, I still agree with the popular opinion of I'm sorry, I love Pedro Pascal as much as the next person.
Yeah,
he did not deserve that nomination for Last of Us. He's only in like 3 episodes. I'm sorry, if you're in like half the show, you don't really deserve to be nominated as a main lead award.
It's not that it's not good. It like that show like falls off. At least for me, because it's like, Pedro's not part of that, but I knew that his character wasn't gonna last so long. So it'll be interesting to see how they pull it off. But yeah, and we're doing amazing things in the Emmys. It was good to see Star Wars kind of get back into that. Well, actually, like honestly, the Emmys have really where Star Wars has really cleaned up on awards season. It's never really been the Oscars. It's been the Emmys.
Also, I gotta acknowledge ND Wise guy in the chat. Get in, losers. We're watching Pod Ones.
Yeah.
Also, it's nice to actually have a chat widget that actually, works, because I actually can boldly read it, and it's not really. I don't have to go like, oh,
I can't see it. I can't see it, Hereth.
I can see it on my screen.
Wow, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
I gotta open up YouTube and watch our stream.
This is the bias of being on the OBS side of things. I wish I could share my screen. For whatever reason, whenever I share my screen, it just pops up on the main view, so I can't like share my screen. I need to get that code from Pep. Speaking of that, but getting into the next big piece of Star Wars news, since we've been gone for a month, Starfighter, baby.
Yeah. So we've had two set shots since we've been gone. You know what? This is why we should take months off and just enjoy it all.
I know.
It's great. It's great. No, I'm kidding. That's not gonna happen anymore, guys. I promise. But it's interesting because people are looking at already speculating Ryan Gosling and the kid. Like, here we go. We're going with the popular thing, like the
Lone Wolf and the Cub.
Yeah, the Lone Wolf and the Cub, and it's like, I don't think that's the case. I think this is like a big brother, little brother, like brother bear situation. Honestly, I think Ryan Gosling is the big bear. And obviously the little kid's the little bear, obviously, which is, I think that's it. Now that I think about it, it's just the Lone Wolf and the Cub, but whatever. It's more of like a brotherly thing. The vibe gives off older brother looking after younger brother because, mom's dead or both parents are gone. Like, he comes back and it's like it's a weird thing. It's a weird vibe, but I do like the fact that it looks like, and I watched Star Wars Explains video on it. It looks like it could be the same planet that the Colossus was originally on in Resistance. So I think that would be a fun little nod for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Tight pants. I got my tight pants. Got my tight pants on.
But also, anyway, that's I wanted to get into specifically, like, obviously the set photos are nice. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really fun.
Oh, the cast.
I want to get into the cast.
Yeah.
That is the more juicy thing.
Yeah, that is interesting. Matt Smith being the villain, is interesting.
Which was largely speculated for a while now. Like, this isn't really anything new.
Well, now that he is completely... he's been in has he been in Marvel? He hasn't been in Marvel yet,
he's been in Marvel, but not the MCU. We don't talk about Morbius.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't count. He just needs to be in the MCU and he would have the Infinity Gauntlet.
I mean,
Star Wars, Marvel.
He could go over to a better studio right now. He could go over to James Gunn's DCU and have a better time.
Oh, you think that's better than the MCU right now? That's an interesting take. My question is who do we think Amy Adams is going to be?
That was the one that fascinated me the most. I was like,
yeah,
Amy Adams.
A-lister. There's another there's 3 A-listers on this, I would say. Like, they're very much swinging in the opposite direction. Instead of getting unknown people, they're latching onto these names to see if that helps them with the box office, which yeah. I think it doesn't hurt to have big A-list celebrities, but let's not make it an entire thing. Let's give people that have struggled for a while or not, that aren't as popular a little bit of a shot.
Nick just said, "What are we thinking? Matt Smith as an ex-First Order pilot?"
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I think that's very interesting.
I would take it one step further. former
I think he might just be a
ex-admiral.
pirate. I think he might just be a pirate, dude.
You just think he's a funny pirate?
He's just Damon, but in Star Wars. Without the hallucinating of banging his mom.
We did not have to go there with Damon.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be talking about Damon later, brother. Just I'm excited about that. But I think I don't know. I think Ryan Gosling and Amy Adams are gonna be love interests. I think that's probably gonna be a given, don't you think?
That would be a given, but I also am kind of hoping that they're not at the same time, because I'm like, look, we have two famous actors. One's a guy, one's a girl. They obviously have to get together. I think that's kind of a little bit of a boring stretch.
Low hanging fruit. Nah, I could see that. What if she was with Matt Smith? That would be an interesting, the villain and the hot chick, kind of like Batman Beyond. Is it Batman? No. Yeah, Batman Beyond. Is it Batman Beyond? Val Kilmer's Batman movie.
Batman Forever. You're thinking
Batman Forever. I was thinking
Batman Beyond.
Beyond is the animated with what's his face from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pat's gonna jump in this chat and scream at you for that comparison.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I'm not as New Republic Senator. Ooh, that is a good thought.
Look, my only experience of Amy Adams is the Snyderverse. Yeah. So it's like I'm like,
yeah.
Because to me, it's like Amy Adams in the movies were fine in those movies, but she doesn't really stand out much.
She's had some good ones, like the Alien movie, not like part of the Alien, but it's the Intervention. She is a big name.
Yeah,
she starts to communicate with alien life forms. Which, by the way, what the hell is that video of an alien in some safe in Panama? Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. Look up
Arrival. I knew as soon as you started referencing it. I knew you were talking about Arrival.
Arrival's pretty good. I'm pretty sure she got nominated for supporting actress in that movie, if I'm not mistaken. But she's pretty good. She's a pretty good actress. Mia Goth. What has she been in?
That's what I'm like. I'm like browsing all these unknown actors on IMDb, being like, what have they been in?
She was in. Oh
yeah. Also, Nick, you give me notes on where you like the chat. Is it too small? It's too big? Do you need a little more? I'm just
do you want my opinion when I'm looking at it?
I mean, you can give your opinion, but also it's I'm kind of curious on this IMDb stuff more.
I think the chat. I think you need to make the name smaller.
I can't. I don't know if I can adjust that side of it, but I can try.
But Mia Goth has been in X, Pearl, Infinity Pool, Suspiria.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like she hasn't been in a lot. She's in the new Frankenstein that's gonna be coming out on Netflix. She's in that. Yeah, I'm not familiar with her work. Not familiar. Could be interesting though.
Yeah.
Hey, there's your unnamed. It's pretty cool.
And then I would say, moving on from Starfighter, I know we're kind of speed pacing this a little bit, but I wanted to talk about Knights of the Seven Kingdoms and House of the Dragon Season 3 finally getting a release date.
Well, tentative release date. The rumors are that Knights of the Seven Kingdom will be coming out in January, and House of the Dragon Season 3 might be happening in June, early summer. So I mean, we'll be getting double dosing, so that's cool. Here's my prediction: we get both a House of the Dragon sneak peek and a full-length trailer of Knights of the Seven Kingdom at New York Comic Con. I think that's probably going to be your best bet to see content for both of these things before they are truly released. especially it makes the most sense, especially for Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, because if it's going to release in January, you want to get the hype started now.
Right.
And then House of the Dragon, you can literally drop a trailer in March and people would be satisfied. There's so much hype around this show, especially this season. I think with a lot of the opinions that have come out over the last 2 years, everybody really thought that season 1 was strong, season 2 not as much. But for those
me, I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt your thought. I felt like the issue is I felt like they kind of cut season 2 a little bit short. I felt like if they had what we
12
know
episodes,
what we know is coming next season, like if what we know about the premiere, if that was the finale, I think that would have been a stronger finale.
I could see that. Also, some of the choices that they made, Alicent going to Rhaenyra, which was kind of interesting, I guess. Didn't really fit the book character, but again, that's something that it has to fight, unfortunately. Excuse me, but woo, yeah, it's. I think the beginning of season 3 is going to be amazing and heartbreaking all at the same time, because we're gonna see people drop like flies.
Do you want to, like, we don't have to obviously talk about what happens in these battles, but like
what happens at the gullet and the rest of it?
We got I mean,
gullet. Don't watch Game of Thrones. Don't watch season 4 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, we got the gullet. We got the
gullet.
We got God's Eye, which is gonna be
God's Eye.
Amazing.
God's Eye, I think God's Eye is still the final season. I think they leave that for the final season. Yeah, early on, you want to have Matt Smith at least.
I disagree.
One more season.
I disagree. God's Eye is your episode 9 for this season. That is your red wedding. That is your calm before. That is your holy shit, and then the finale is the calm before the storm. Season 4, Luke.
No. Because here's the thing, Hereth. You can't, like, it's going to be the Pedro Pascal effect. You lose Matt Smith, people are going to be like, oh, well, there goes Damon. Like, what am I watching now? People are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how well The Last of Us did. Last of Us Season 2 did. After Pedro Pascal was gone, it seemed like people weren't watching.
Yeah, but to me, it's like...
Which is sad, because it's a good show.
But if you do that, I feel like season 2 is going to fall... Or season 3 is going to fall in the same effect that season 2 fell into. If it's like, oh, there's not enough going on. Oh, this is boring.
But there is. That first episode's going to be... You're going to hit the ground running. There's a lot that happens even before the God's Eye that is very compelling. So, I mean, you just got to... the other thing is that you just got to let things play out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Disney ruined Star Trek. You know it, Chase. You know it.
People still
like Game of Thrones. You know what's funny, Ryan? The one part that absolutely ruined the ending of Game of Thrones for me was them making Bran the fucking king. That shit annoys me.
You know what's funny as hell? You know what's gonna happen? Like, in the books, like, you know, that's like
brother, those books ain't coming out.
I mean, look, I know they're not coming out, but I'm telling you. Look, Luke, I'll tell you like this: Bran's the first POV chapter in Game of Thrones. Wouldn't it make sense for him to be the king? He was the first character George R. R. Martin thought of.
No, absolutely.
I'm not explaining the justification for it in the show. I'm saying it's gonna be better in the books, but I'm saying it.
I don't care. Let Dany and Jon survive, be the power couple with their dragons. Let dragons live in Westeros again.
I mean, Luke, you gotta admit, D&D...
Should we make a red hat? Like, make Westeros great again?
People are gonna take that such the wrong way that they're gonna be like...
Sorry. Come on, guys. I've only watched the last season with my roommate at the time, but I've watched all of Hot D. Dude, Hot D is fucking good. It is so good. It is so good.
Also have Fire.
Have Red Fire Blood. Have Fire and Blood, and haven't read it yet. Honestly,
read it.
No, don't read it. Don't read it until it's all come out.
No, I have the opposite opinion. You know why? As an Invincible fan who hasn't read the comics, you don't want the factor of we're talking about House of the Dragons, right? Like me and you, for example, like we're not going to spoil anything directly, but like if we're talking about it, or you're in a comment section talking to somebody, someone's going to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah died. You might as well try to get ahead of it and preserve it for yourself. Because if you watch the show, like, because Fire and Blood is more of a historical telling, there's still going to be surprises because it's not one-to-one. It's not like a traditional book.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the show that doesn't happen in the books. So, I mean, that's fair. But yeah, like, oh goodness, it's gonna be so good. Like I've seen set shots. A lot is going to happen.
I love how we jumped over Knights of the Seven Kingdom just to get to like House of the Dragon, which is fair. Like I mean, that's what we're more excited for.
I think I'm very excited to react to those, with JJ and Josh because that like the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms is JJ's. That's her favorite part of A Song of Ice and Fire, if I remember correctly. She really enjoys this time period, so it's gonna be fun to watch them kind of geek out about this because there's really not a ton on this, really. Like there's a comic run I think it's based off of. Like George R. R. Martin was like, here's the
no, it's three novelettes. So there are three short stories, and then they combined it into one book, and then they did a comic adaptation of that book, which is what you're thinking of. What you're thinking of?
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of close to Tolkien's Silmarillion and how they break up those stories from one big book into 3 or 4 separate different stories revolving around this time period.
And like I like it because it's like House of the Dragons and Game of Thrones are like your big scale, like, oh my god, there's so much politics happening. Look at all the dragons, look at all this. Well, this is very micro. It's like let's focus on these two characters just living in this world.
No, yeah. It's like Game of Thrones. Like it's true Game of Thrones before Dany got dragons.
It's Game of Thrones with throw in the stereotypical wolf in the cup. So it's like your Mandalorians, your Last of Us type of like tropey type of show where it's like let's just focus on the micro of this universe instead of just focusing on like, oh my god, dragons, whoa, politics, boom, boom, boom. It's like let's just focus on this one night and this one kid.
No, yeah, for sure. And like I said, you can like if it had odds on FanDuel, I would bet on it that trailer for both shows or a sneak peek for House of the Dragon and a trailer drops at NYCC because they do have that panel.
Oh, 100%. Knights of the Seven Kingdom doing a trailer, lock that in. That's a lock.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. That's 100%.
House, I think they'll hold their like close to their chest.
I think they'll give you a little bit, like you know how they do like the HBO Max preview every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you get like a snippet of it.
Yeah.
Like the one year it was Daemon singing to Vermithor in season 1. That was kind of like oh wow, that's an interesting shot. When's that? So you're gonna get more of. I think you're gonna get something like that maybe.
I think this is how I would do it if I'm HBO. Again, this is why I'm not a studio head. This is just my suggestion. You put the trailer finale of Knights of the Seven Kingdom instead of like you put it at the end, like after the end credits are over.
Good marketing. That's good marketing. That's how you do it. The YouTube algorithm, man. You got to make sure people are watching all the way to the end.
Because by the end of the show, it'll be about March-ish. So, like, that's 2 months before. Yeah. And then people are already watching.
If it's 4 months before. Yeah. If it's in June.
Yeah, so you got people interested.
Drop on my wedding. The day after. It'll be the day after our 1-year anniversary.
That's crazy.
Wow, look at me. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Also, before we get into Rebuild the Galaxy, the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh.
I mean, we're going to tease something with Pod 1, but also, can we just talk about how crazy the next 2 years are going to be? Like,
it's going to be awesome. Oh, before we do that, did anybody see Elendil? Did anybody see Narsil for Rings of Power? Shit was dope as hell. Narsil's looking fine. My boy's getting the whole shebang this season. This makes me believe that we're seeing Numenor fall this season. I think this is very interesting. why would they put out a sneak peek with Elendil and Narsil? Because he doesn't get Narsil until very much later on. But like, he goes to Middle Earth and gets Well, wait, no, that's not right. He does get Narsil when he's in Numenor. Yeah, that's right. But so I mean, they're focusing on that. I think that's the first sneak peek, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm very much locked in. I'm very excited for Rings of Power, and that'll be more than likely fall of 26, fall of next year. Possibly. I mean, they just started production, so maybe not. It might be early 2027.
That's kind of the hard thing, because what I was gonna get into, obviously, so, which is what I was talking about. 2026 and 2027 for us are gonna be very busy because, I mean, I already revealed it on Connor's TikTok live, or not Connor's, Nick's TikTok live. Sorry, wrong TikTok live. Been on too many TikTok lives the last 2 weeks. We're planning on doing a Mandalorian rewatch on Pod Ones from starting October 2nd, and it's gonna run all the way till May 16th. We're doing Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, Book of Boba Fett, Mando Season 3.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw what Nick just put in the chat. So,
yeah.
This is why this is why we plan ahead, perfectly timed out. So, we'll have content running. I know we've been gone for a month. We'll have content running straight till May of next year. That'll run us straight into Mandalorian and Grogu. Also, I already baked in time. We're going to have Visions discussions in October. I already accounted for everything. We already have breaks for everything for holidays and stuff. So everything's already accounted for. Then, so in May, we got Mandalorian and Grogu. We got January, we got Knights of the Seven Kingdom. June, we got House of the Dragons. And then sometime in the fall of 2026, we should have Ahsoka Season 2. I don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because I'm pretty sure they've been filming for a while. They started in April?
Just right? About, April? Yeah.
Because that's when Celebration happened. That's crazy that Celebration happened this year.
And then
we didn't go. Damn.
And then I wanted to get into
go to 27.
Because I saw this post a while ago. This was during our break, and I screenshot it for the specific reason. And then Ryan just said Maul is probably early 2026 as well, which that's probably right.
March?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be fun. Hopefully they release it at 9 p.m. Eastern time instead of making it a fucking 3 a.m. No, thank you.
Because I think I jokingly texted you this when I realized this. So this is a post by Holocron Star Wars. I forget when I dated this because I screenshotted it as soon as that post came out. Star Wars Starfighter on the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, release theater in the same years as Secret Wars, Avengers Secret Wars, The Batman Part 2, Superman Man of Tomorrow, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and most importantly, the same day as Avengers Secret Wars, Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum.
All right. So on that, thank you for bringing that up, because I just saw that they were in very early pre-production for that movie. Andy Serkis and the crew are in New Zealand right now scoping out potential places to shoot that movie. It's weird. If they get Vigo back, I'm all in. Like, do I need this story? Absolutely not. But like, I'm not gonna say no to new content. Like, come on.
It's just funny to me that this is coming out on the same day as an Avengers movie. I love how WB did this twice in a row.
I have a feeling that's gonna probably get booted up. Depending on how long the production takes.
Hope they don't. I hope WB says, all right, bet. You want to do an Avengers movie? Cool. Here's Lord of the Rings. Match that shit. I'll watch both.
Well, wait, hold on. Maybe it's just the Boppenheimer.
No, WB's doing it twice. So they're doing Lord of the Rings and Secret Wars in 2027. In 2026, it's going to be Dune Part 3 and Doomsday.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing it twice.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of fucks with that. Did the new season of that Dune show come out?
It did. It came back. It came out like fall. I forgot to watch it. We were gonna do a watch series of that on this channel, but like we just got busy during that time period. Like it's been out for a while.
Oh no, not season 1. I'm talking about season 2. Did it get greenlit for season 2?
Did it?
I thought it did. Don's been reacting to something.
Dune Prophecy?
Because he's now...
Did Dune Prophecy get a season 2?
Did it? I'm not sure. It's been a while.
Yes, has got approved. It says it's coming out late 2026.
Oh, okay. So they're in production.
Yeah.
Probably. Can I just talk about how I hate streaming like shooting schedule? Like, can we go back to the years where we got shows consistently every fucking year?
You know what's funny about that? I wish Chase was on this episode so we could talk about this in depth, because Chase and I have had this conversation so many times over, and I recently, funny enough, saw a clip from a popular movie podcast channel, and I do want to push back against that just a little bit, because it's a dichotomy. It's like, do you want high budget shows? If the answer is yes, it's kind of, we're in this trigger where it has to be every other year. It's like, it's either we get high budget TV shows that come out every other year, or we go back to what old TV was like Star Trek and like I'm trying to think.
We're getting stuff every year, Hereth. There's no reason why we should wait 2.5 years for House of the Dragon.
But here's the thing: it's a movie budget every single week.
Well, then they should be.
It's like you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways where it's like
fine.
Because like.
Fine, we've lost our way as a society already.
Because
well just leave this one to be the norm.
Do you remember back in the day? Because just as what Jason and I were talking about, I'm going to repeat this conversation a little bit. But when people used to make fun of like Star Trek with like the visual effects on like those TV shows, and everyone's like, "Oh, look how cheesy the effect."
You're not gonna have that.
No, but like my argument is like,
look it's at like Grey's Anatomy. Okay, on a small scale, look at Grey's Anatomy. They're able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that Star Wars can't do that?
No, I'm telling you.
Like, come on.
There is going to be a quality dip if we do that. That's my argument. Like, it's like you can't have high production value on a yearly basis. It's like, because people will be like, we're having my 20 plus episode seasons, but it's like, you can't have that.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I understand that. Me being a fan and not wanting to wait 3 years, my heart wants them to just say, fucking let's get it all fast. But you're absolutely right, because if you move it pretty quick, it's not going to be good. Look at what happened to the last couple of seasons of Game of Thrones. They rushed D&D. They fucking rammed through that production just so that they could get Star Wars, and then they don't have Star Wars, so you know how that,
right. And it's like and Chase and I were talking about this, like where did this started, like when did like this notion start? And I originally said Game of Thrones. That was my like first initial rebuttal, and Chase replied back with, and I don't know, I'm just repeating conversations that have been said, and because this is a good conversation, Chase is like, no, it didn't start with Game of Thrones, it started with Sopranos. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, if you think about it, Sopranos created Breaking Bad, which is how we had this like higher, like more movie style production of television shows, because TV shifted from traditional like television of that time with like sitcoms and dramas. Sopranos was what started it. Then it pushed into Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad pushed into The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead pushed into Game of Thrones. And then Game of Thrones studios realized, oh wait, we can do basically movies as TV shows. And then we created the big boom with Stranger Things and all these streaming shows.
Yeah.
And here we are.
You did. You did it yourself. Hereth, damn you. Ninth Jedi full anime series. Baller.
Peak.
Can't wait for that. That's gonna be so good. I didn't finish Daredevil Born Again. I really need to finish it.
Season 1 is a mixed bag, just because you can tell of the production issues with the show, because originally it wasn't going to be connected to Netflix at all. And then they shot about like the first, because it was going to be like an 18 episode show, and then they shot the first 5 or 6, and they cut it down to like 10. And then,
dude, I can't believe they fucking got my guy in the first episode. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And then they brought back like some of the Netflix team, not the original Daredevil team, but like some from Punisher and some from Jessica Jones. Yeah. And then they reshot the whole series. The first episode is it's all reshoots. Episode 2, like onwards, is like a mixed character, like you could tell where the seams are, where you're like, okay, that definitely was reshot and added in, that was reshot, added in. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like it's like the penultimate episode and the finale are all original. The rest are like weirdly mixed bag of like, okay, this is, you could tell where they came in and reshot everything. Cause like,
Oh yeah,
it's like I liked, weirdly enough, I know I disagree with a lot of, because some people are like, I really liked where the original show was going. I'm personally the fan of like, I liked where the new writers were going. And like, I agree. The show is a mixed bag because you could tell they didn't really get to do what they wanted to do with the series, and they had to kind of just work with what they were given. But like, once they get to like the bullseye stuff at the end, we're cooking.
Dude, we're not even talking about Peacemaker that's coming out right now.
Oh my god, are you caught up on Peacemaker?
No, I am not.
Dude,
I watched the first episode. And
Peacemaker's so good.
I was very, very much inebriated, so I need to go back and watch that.
I love the way that James Gunn gaslit the fuck out of people. They're like, "Did you see the Justice League at the end?" No, you didn't. It was the Justice Gang. You didn't see them. Yeah. Like that had me dying. I was like, like that is the most classic comic book retcon I've ever seen in visual media. Like that had me dying. Yeah. Just him being like, "Nope, that didn't happen." And then someone asked him like, "Would you George Lucas?"
Don't we have also the last season of The Boys? That comes out fairly soon.
Gen V is coming out right now. So we got Gen V season 2, which I need to get caught up on Gen V because I haven't seen season 1. So
I haven't seen it either.
So Gen V right now is coming out, which is going to be like directly connected into the final season of The Boys, which is also
yes. I did hear about that.
Getting a little too real right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to talk about that. I'm kind of just gearing myself up for 2026 and 2027 to really hone in on my watching of stuff in content. It's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be a fun year. Just because a lot of the fandoms that I'm in are gonna be popping off again. As much as I hated 2024, was it 2024 or was it 2023? No, it's 2023, right? When we had Andor, House of the Dragon, and Rings of Power
all was
dropping at the
22.
2022 was a rough year, but I will say it was fun. It was a fun year because
dude, that was back when we were doing reactions. Dude, that was insane production schedule on my end because it was like, okay, we have Andor this day, we got House Sunday, and then we got Rings that day.
Well, and I took over Rings and House for a while there.
Yeah, because I remember I used to send you the full
send me the rendering, it's training, and then I'm just like cut, and those still do good till this day, man. Like they are still some of our top viewed reactions, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's Rings. No, it's House of the Dragon, season
House
1.
Of the Dragon.
Season 1, penultimate finale, and then Kenobi episode 6.
I mean,
and then
even Rings of Power. Rings of Power season 2 did okay, not as good as the first one.
Rings had some spurts.
Good. Yeah, it was still good. I mean, the finale reaction of Rings of Power of House of the Dragon was 3.5 thousand. Damn, a lot of these were, man, just going back and looking at all these numbers, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. My God. What was that? Dude, the Acolyte, man, that shit. 4.9 for Rhaenyra the Cruel. Yeah, no. For the finale of season, the end of season 2 was 3.5 thousand views. Sorry, now I'm just talking about our viewership. It's kind of like,
which is definitely the most entertaining thing to a comment section. Is like, look at all these numbers.
Holy shit! Did I have terrible fucking hair there? Sorry, just going through the playlist. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway,
you want to get into the main event time?
Yeah, I mean, this one's going to be a whole lot shorter than the others because I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cute. It was hard to really understand because I tried to watch the first season and I was like, "Oh, so it's just Back to the Future kind of like bending universes." Cool. All right. It's interesting. I like the villain in this special.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting take. Obviously it's flipping Palpatine into being a Jedi, and that's one thing that people haven't discussed as a what if scenario. Like, what if Palpatine was a Jedi instead of a Sith?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be interesting? So they came up with concepts that were interesting as well. The humor was on point, and I think that's what it does really, really well. I think Star Wars in general has a hard time being like comedic sometimes.
Yeah.
It has its moments a lot in the original trilogy, and sometimes in the sequel trilogy, and a little bit of the prequel trilogy, not as much.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think it was a good little 3 or 4 episodes. Definitely for kids. Also, Evil Nubs. That's just terrifying.
Dude, when Darth Nubs reappeared again, I literally was writing my notes. I just put Darth Nubs in all caps, and then Nubs got owned.
Nubs. Yeah. The mouse got him. Turn him into a traitor. Backing out now because I haven't watched yet. Gonna go watch now. Nice, Ryan. Well, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. It's a cute little thing that we have. I think that if we were ever to do a what if scenario, I would have to have it in Lego form because then people wouldn't take it as seriously, which is fine.
It's because like again, like being in like a lot of the lives, like I'm not like personally a guest on those lives, but like seeing Chase in those lives, like because they've talked about like Rebuild the Galaxy season 1, like when that was coming out, like it's honestly a nice refresher for the fandom because we're so serious and gung-ho a lot of times, and we're in these stupid arguments of like arguing over like stupid shit.
The Acolyte was so good. Oh, the Acolyte sucked, man. It wasn't good at all. The writing was terrible. Just shut up and enjoy something for once.
Right. It's like Rebuild the Galaxy.
Shut up.
It's like it's just fun. I think collectively the entire fandom is like, we're just having fun. We don't really care. Like, we know what this is. We're just gonna enjoy it and have a good time and just laugh at the funny references they throw in.
Yeah, no, I think it's very, very interesting.
Like the one that stood out to me in season 1 was like the Greedo being the replacement for Han, and then Greedo shot his shot first. Like shit like that is what makes it fun.
Funny as hell. It is fun. It's fun. Darth Obi-Wan and Revan showing up. I think that's interesting as hell. They didn't have Revan talk at all though, so that's kind of funny. But
we know why Revan didn't talk.
I think it was it's interesting. Well, yeah, because they're waiting to reveal him as Keanu Reeves. Duh. Keanu, Darth Revan.
Spoilers for
just laugh at that.
A nearly 25-year-old game. I'm Revan. You are Revan. We're all Revan.
Revan. Yeah, we're all Revan. You know, we're not as all cool as the gatekeepy guys make us out to be. Some of us are fat. Some of us are thin. Some of us are bald. Some of us have way too much hair.
But like, I enjoyed stuff like the fun callback with like the main character like training like Luke, and then I love how they broke away from the stereotypical Jedi training, like embracing the Lego side of it by like instead of like.
Well, and the fact that he looked like Beach Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like Beach Obi-Wan, and he had the one thing that Anakin gives Padme in Episode 1 around his neck, actually.
Yep. But I was gonna say, like, I love how they broke away from the stereotypical Jedi training of like, oh, do some flips, do a lightsaber spin, use the Force. I like how they kind of like broke into like the Lego-ness of it all. Like, you're gonna build stuff with the Force, and like,
which makes so much more sense for that. Makes so much more sense. Sorry, I just got really tired all of a sudden.
No, yeah, you're good.
But no, it's a fun little thing. It's Lego. Don't take it too seriously. A lot of the Lego stuff is it's actually pretty fun to watch.
Right, then like you have the fun stuff of like the Landalorian and then them getting
Yeah,
kidnapped
the
in
Mandalorian.
Carbonite.
Yeah,
And then I love how they
having...
made like they like jokingly acknowledge kind of the fandom like and how they treat Grogu with like
Now,
is it
how many Snoke? Well, in Snoke, like what? Who's the Snoke guy? Nah, it's okay. Nobody really cares about him anyway. Like that's perfect. That's so funny. I also think it's kind of a little Easter egg to the. Have you watched the sequel trilogy? What? Oh, I wasn't talking to the prequels. The prequels suck. The prequels are what? Like the
yeah.
whole Natalie Portman skit
Oh
on
yeah,
SNL.
the
So you could also point to that.
Also, I love how you brought up
So
the
that was
Snoke
pretty funny.
thing. When they're doing the nodding
Yeah.
joke, I kept thinking of the Family Guy special. I was like,
Done. Done. Done.
I just legitimately
Done.
typed in my notes. So they're just doing Family Guy. Okay.
Done. Done. No, yeah. Just I swear that happened. That goes off for like 3 minutes and 25 seconds. It's hilarious. It's such a good. Yeah.
Also,
that's a good episode.
Again, like I love how the first episode ends with like them getting sent into the void. I legitimately typed in my notes. Did they just get sent to the Shadow Realm?
Yeah, you are going to the Shadow Realm. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. I also love how episode 2 starts with like the best way to describe it. It's like if you watched a like early 2000s YouTube video of like stop motion Lego.
Oh, for sure. Oh, it was trippy as hell. It was trippy. I was like, oh god, dang, I can't follow this. This is crazy.
Yeah. Also, funny enough, I was thinking of you while watching this. I didn't know that you watched season 1 inebriated because I totally wrote down my notes. I wrote down my notes.
Oh my god.
Because I wrote down my notes. I couldn't imagine watching this after taking an edible. Giant Chewbacca, giant Ahsoka, and Portal.
That was crazy. Holy shit. Like that was wild. That was
I was just imagining like what it would be like to watch season 2 after taking an edible.
Look, that's a hard one.
Because even like sober giant Ahsoka was throwing me off the entire time.
I mean, watching Young Jedi Adventures inebriated is even harder to do.
Yeah.
And
then because sorry if I'm moving through this chronologically, but like I also find it ironic that this is Cal Kestis' like main appearance outside of the Jedi games is in a Lego special.
Was it Cameron? It was Cameron Monaghan, but it didn't really sound like Cameron Monaghan though.
It was Cameron. I'm like 90% sure it was Cameron Monaghan. I mean, I can IMDb this right now.
It just didn't sound. It didn't sound like him. But,
I mean, they got Mark Hamill for Luke. They could probably.
They got Sam Witwer for Darth Maul. I'm surprised they didn't use James Earl Jones.
It was just it was like Matt Sloan. It's just a generic. Yep. Also, I just googled it. It is Cameron Monaghan.
It is him. Oh, cool. He'll eventually be in something. Would be hilarious if he showed up in Ahsoka season 2.
I still have the hot take with now we're on the topic of Cal Kestis. Like I know like Chase was like really gun ho like originally like oh he's gonna pop up in Skeleton Crew season 1 finale. I still think he won't make an appearance on anything until the Jedi games are done. Because I think
that's fair.
I think Lucasfilm is waiting to see if he dies or not. I think that's the main question and what era they want to put him in.
Here's the thing. Hot take. I don't think they need a third game. I think the ending of that last game was perfect. He fucks off. He stays isolated. And he watches over the dead guy's little girl.
But Bode also gives you the reason why the third game exists. Do you think you can escape the Empire for this long? Do you think they're not going to find you eventually? Like right before Cal shoots him in the head? Like that's not a valid question.
I mean, most likely not, because the Empire is going to be dealing with a rebellion at this time.
Not yet. In a couple of years, we're not even to Andor and Rebels time frame.
I mean, here's the other thing. Darth Vader took out Cere Junda.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't like. He knows Cal exists, but that's not. He thinks he's taken out the main threat. Like they're not going to be looking too hard for him.
But once the discovery of Tanalorr exists, and then an entire population of rebel sympathizers pop up. Because you don't think Cal Kestis is going to restart the path on Tanalorr? Because he will.
Well, this is happening congruent. Wait, Jedi Survivor happened before Obi-Wan Kenobi or after? I'm pretty sure it happens after.
I always assumed after because of the line from the Grand Inquisitor.
Because Vader gets his ass kicked.
Because there's the line of because there's the line from Grand Inquisitor in the finale when the path is running off, and then Vader goes after Obi-Wan. He's like, Vader, you should focus on the path. What are you doing? So I honestly could see Vader going back to the ship, being like, and the Grand Inquisitor's like giving him shit about going after Obi-Wan. And he's like, fine, I need my get back, and that's why he goes after Seer.
Yeah. That's how I choose to look at it. I'm pretty sure canonically it is that way, but I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that.
It's almost like I have a book behind me that could answer that, which I'm not going to pull out right now. But
it's not in there.
It's not.
No,
it's Kenobi, or
I'm almost positive well, Survivor came out after that.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah, Survivor came out after that book, I'm pretty sure.
I still wish we got an online database for this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the physical release, but I wish it was just an online database that's just constantly updating.
Agreed. Well, I mean, just kind of like how the Star Wars show had the data bank back in the day.
Just make it like fun. Just make it fun. Be like, oh, now this is added to the timeline.
Make it fun, interactive.
Yeah.
Make it fun and interactive, man. I think that would be interesting.
Because, like, not to, like, yuck Star Wars Explains Yum with, like, the canon media timeline like they do every year. I'm wondering why Star Wars account just doesn't do that themselves. Because they have the story group to do it.
I mean, they do, but...
Like, because that's the thing. They do have the time to do it. And don't get me wrong, they have the resource to do it. And, like, you have Christina Ariel, who would be a good host for that.
Yeah.
Again, don't get me wrong.
We'll see.
Star Wars Explained is amazing. And his work on that every year is phenomenal. And I don't want to, like, rip away from that. But I've always wondered, like... Because it doesn't even need to be a video base. It could also just be a website. Kind of like what Utini does with their canon media.
Yeah.
Where you can like scroll and see all the books and games and stuff. And it's just a page. And then it can even be hyperlinked. Like, oh, where can I buy this thing? Oh, there you go. I mean, you can hyperlink it to Disney Plus. There you go, Disney. You got that one for free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, getting back to Lego Star Wars after we just had our Cal Kestis rant.
Well, I mean, there's not.
There's
the brother thing.
There's a couple things I wanted to go over.
Okay, go.
Can we just talk about Ki-Adi-Mundi?
Yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi being a piece of shit as a Sith actually works. Like, fuck that guy, he's the worst.
Ki-Adi-Mundi giving the main villain the idea of like creating dimensional rifts and destroying the galaxy. Like, are you kidding me? When it happened, I was like...
I mean, it's kind of ironic. The guy, what about the attack on the droid, attack on the Wookiees? Like, that man's really giving out advice on how to give terror dimensions apart. Yeah, give me a break. Thank you, Lego, for making that funny.
Also, plus, after the bullshit with the Acolyte discussions, I kind of needed that from Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Oh, God, yeah.
I needed that badly.
Thank you for being an idiot. Thank you for being an idiot. We appreciate it.
And then, also wanted to talk about, like, how the second episode basically was just Rise of Skywalker. Because it was.
A little bit.
Because you had the Force dyad with the brothers. And then Greedo's death was just basically Chewbacca's death.
Basically.
Even down to, like, them pulling... Obviously not a Star Destroyer. They were pulling each other. But, like... It was the same thing.
Yeah. It's a fun little dynamic. The brother stuff, family-oriented. Yeah, it was a fun little show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then episode 3 being, like... I loved, like, Padme, R2, and 3PO being pirates. Also, they didn't mention it directly. Was that Dash Rendar in the back? Like, in the background of one of the shots? It looked like Dash Rendar.
No idea. Wasn't paying too closely attention because I was wanting to watch these. Yeah. Not gonna lie, Hereth, I didn't pay much attention. Scum, I know.
And then, obviously, you already mentioned the Family Guy joke and the Snoke stuff. I loved Darth Jar Jar basically being Maul in the Clone Wars series.
Yep. That was very disturbing. Not disturbing, just very jaunting. Like, oh God. There goes that man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then the cliffhanger was predictable. Like, the brother turning on him, like, we kind of all saw it coming from a million miles away.
Yeah, that they did just... It's Star Wars.
And then
you got to keep the family together.
And 4 was just everyone joins forces and battles. I didn't really have much of notes for 4.
It was cool. It's a good time. It's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the review for Rebuild the Galaxy.
I hope, even though Rebuild the Galaxy, like the storyline that is over, I hope we keep doing this because, like, I know
iterations because I think it's a nice little content break.
Because I know Lucasfilm was kind of struggling with that, or not like Lego. Why is it Lucasfilm? Lego was kind of struggling with that because Lucasfilm is now hitting the post 9 content, which was kind of their sweet zone, like after Rise, and now that Lucasfilm is now touching there, I'm assuming they told them to stop touching it. Yeah. It's kind of the assumption I'm under. Mm-hmm. Even though I do agree with CJ, like, until stated otherwise, I still see a lot of that stuff happening canonically. Like the Rey and Finn stuff I see happening, the Poe stuff I saw happen. Like, I could see a lot of that fitting nicely within continuity.
For sure.
But, like, Rebuild the Galaxy is fun. Like, I wouldn't mind, like what you said, like, if we did Lego What If, cool. Like, that would be fun. Like, I know this is technically, like, what their version of What If would be, but, like, take it, like, one step further. Do, like, mini story arcs. Just do like, funny fan fiction. Like, what if Maul ran over Anakin? Like, funny stuff like that. Like, you don't have to do any serious shit. Just, like, funny, like, haha, like stuff we've joked about for years in the fandom is what I would do if I were Lego.
Yeah. Yeah. Never go wrong with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything from the last month and a half.
Yeah. So pretty much
sports ball talk?
Sports ball talk? Damn. That's an insane suggestion on a Star Wars YouTube channel.
Sports ball talk? People can tune out of this part.
Our engagement numbers are about to go.
Well, I mean, it's just me watching, so here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, here we go. I think my NFL team just sucks right now. However, Nebraska's got a big game tomorrow. 1.5 point underdog at home against ye ol' Michigan. Chris's ye ol' Michigan. I think we're gonna win, and then your guys' game is after ours. It's an interesting little slot you got there. Washington, it's the Apple Cup.
Oh yeah,
got the Apple Cup tomorrow.
That's gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
I still wish, like, I know because of like division realignments why it's in Lumen Field, but I wish it was still the whole like we flip stadiums every year because that's fun.
Not the fact that there are 4 people in here. Okay, now there's 2 people watching. I was gonna say we're in the sports talk of it, and now we're because 4 people in there. So
I agree. I agree with Brock Hurd, like, because Brock Hurd is the first one to point that out on the broadcast last year. I went because like the thing about like UW versus Washington State, what made it fun was like the whole Western Washington versus Eastern Washington thing of like we had to flip states every single time we played each other. That's what made it fun because it's like because like we would go across the state and go to like go to Central Washington and like watch them play, or if they came over to Seattle, like both fans for each team would travel.
They travel. I mean, look at what Washington State is still doing with the flag for game day, for college game day. It's been there. I can't remember how many consecutive years in a row, but yeah, good college football. Hereth's team's pretty good NFL wise. Baker's cooking. I think he could be MVP this year if he keeps playing up to the potential that he has.
I'm worried for this week because it's ultimate trap game territory.
What do you guys have?
We're playing the Jets.
Oh yeah, Jets.
Dude, this is okay. So this is my conspiracy theory for why. So the last 4 seasons, we started 2-0.
Oh no!
All 4 seasons, we dropped the 3rd game. So, okay, this is my conspiracy theory for why. So the next week after the Jets, the Buccaneers play the Philadelphia Eagles at home. So, this is what happened last season too, because last year they played the Denver Broncos in week 3, and this is what Tampa generally does when they're playing a tougher opponent the next week. They get caught looking ahead. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to get caught looking ahead because we're going to go, oh, look, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We got to think of a new plan because we're going to have them fully healthy. We're going to have A.J. Brown. We're going to have Devontae Smith. We're going to have everybody. And I think, honestly, the Eagles are going to lose next week. That's kind of my hot take. I think they're going to lose to the Rams, and they're going to be pissed off. And then, also, the Bucs are just, right now, currently dismantled by injuries. Because we just lost Luke Gedeke to IR.
Shit.
Kalijah Kancey is out for the season with a torn pec. We lost Cody Mauch, our right guard. And Tristan Wirfs and Chris Godwin are still out. That's 5 major injuries that I just listed off. 2 of them being season-ending injuries. Both on pillars of the O-line and D-line.
Damn.
So my worry is, as a Bucs fan, is I don't want them rushing in Tristan Wirfs too early. Leave Tristan Wirfs and Chris Godwin until they're 100%. We don't need them right now because, like, while, yes, Tristan Wirfs is the best offensive lineman in the league, I'll make that argument. I don't want him on the line.
Iowa, he still sucks.
Like, I still
Fuck
don't.
Iowa.
Yeah, I still don't want him in too early because, because I would rather have a fully healthy Tristan Wirfs for the rest of the season than a injured Tristan Wirfs that reactivates his injury. Also, right now, Emeka Buka is cooking on offense. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Emeka Buka all on the same field at once.
No, you don't need to see Chris Godwin.
Honestly, save Godwin till week. I'm biased here because I'm going to the game. Save Godwin for week 5. Give him an extra 2 weeks off. Let him come back in Seattle.
Is that Seattle? Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I actually do got good seats for that game.
There you go.
Seattle seats are actually cheaper this year because Seattle's actually cracking down on season ticket holders. So the market's actually kind of lower than Seattle. Dude, I got 100 level seating for like $200 each.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like the East End Zone section, like 105.
I should be going to the game on Sunday night.
You should. Why not?
I can't.
You just don't have the money.
Yeah,
I feel that.
But yeah,
I mean
that's the end of.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this isn't going to be the only time the Chiefs go to MetLife. To me, the reason why I went all in on the Bucs was because the Bucs don't play in Seattle for another 8 years. So it's like I kind of had to like splurge.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Also,
I've seen the Chiefs played.
Oh yeah.
Multiple times.
Also, I wanted to talk about this a little bit before we get into sports ball discussion. What do you think of Chiefs Giants? Are you kind of like the same mindset as me? Like, this is kind of a trap game, or do you think you're just gonna you think this is gonna be their get back?
No. This is good. This is gonna get back game. This is a get back game. I think the defense is going to play up to its potential.
Do you think
defense kept us in that game against Philadelphia the entire time?
Do you think it's going to be a blowout, or do you think it's going to be a little bit closer than expected?
I think it's going to be close, but I think that KC will run away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see Kareem Hunt more established as the running back one. I think the offensive line, which hasn't been great, Juwan Taylor needs to get his head out of his ass. But Josh Simmons was one of the highest rated right tackles this last year. Or is he left tackle? He's left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the highest rated.
Juwan Taylor's right tackle
last year. Yeah, Juwan Taylor's right tackle. We got Josh Simmons is left. He did really well as a rookie. Pat's just got to play a little bit better. I mean, we got to get a scent of the run game going.
Dude, Patrick Mahomes has to stop beating the leading rusher. That's gonna not lead your team anywhere.
100%. You're not gonna win games like that. But we held Philadelphia to 20 points.
Yeah, if Travis Kelce didn't bobble the ball 40. Up into the air, that would have been a different game.
And Kelce just hasn't been himself this year. It's just like the Super Bowl is kind of lingered on him. A little bit longer than it needs to. I
know it's too early to have these discussions because it's only week 3. Do you honestly still think the Chiefs are going to take back the division, or do you think more as a wild card team that kind of steals their way in?
No. I think they lost one game to the Chargers.
Yeah. I honestly, the reason why I'm like asking that question is because, again, this is coming from a person I used to watch. Because I watch Seattle football like next side of the Bucs all the time. I remember Jim Harbaugh coming in his second year with the Niners. They were like 5-11 the year before. He came in, turned like 10-6. Year after that, they were like 12-5 or 12-4. Dude, Jim Harbaugh's second year with the team, always terrifying. He always does well in his second season. He always knows how to turn a team around.
Here's the other thing. As a Chiefs fan, I, being a lifelong Chiefs fan, have seen the 2012s, the 2013s, where you almost go winless and you get the number 1 pick in Eric Fisher.
Yeah.
0-2 doesn't scare me. This is the first time this has happened in Patrick Mahomes' career, at least NFL career. I think I think they're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, this is too early.
I think this is
to panic.
And this is what I tweeted from my personal account. I said, "This is the start. This is like all the naysayers. All look at the Chiefs. They're down. They're down. They're down. They're down. They're down." Okay, they've been without Rashee Rice, and now they've been without Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy for 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, Xavier Worthy might be a go on Sunday night because he practiced on Wednesday with no restrictions, and I think he practiced yesterday and today.
Which is insane that he's playing with the sprained shoulder.
Well, yeah, sprained shoulder and dislocated. I thought it was dislocated shoulder.
Dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
Did they just pop it back into place?
I think it was a little bit more severe than that. They might have been a bruised shoulder, but they get him back. If they get him back and they start getting the running game going, I think that they can't be. They're still the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
They're still the Chiefs. Like until they. So I won't really get worried unless they lose this game Sunday, and then maybe I'll be like, okay, are we starting to hit the panic button? But let's be real here. They could drop the first 3 and then win the rest of their games and win the division. They could do that. They could go out and do that. Like, the defense is good enough to win them games. It's just the offense needs to pick it up. They got to make plays. They got to stop shooting themselves in the foot and just start getting first downs consistently. And once they get those guys back, especially after week 6, watch out. Watch out. Buy Chiefs Super Bowl winner now. Buy those odds now because you're not going to get them any lower than they are right now.
And look, this is going to be speaking from an outside perspective on the Chiefs, more of an NFC guy than AFC, just kind of looking from an outside looking in. And again, this may help your favor because if you're telling people to bet on the Chiefs, guess what? I'm going to help with that a little bit because I'm going to be a little bit of a naysayer. I honestly, again, I know it's week 2. A lot can change. You guys had a rough 2 weeks, Brazil and then the Eagles. But I don't see the Chiefs winning the division this year. I think it's going to be like a 1-game difference. I could honestly see the Chargers run away with it barely. But I could see the Chiefs get into the wild card, make some chaos. I could see them get into the divisional round and then maybe go against like a Bills or a Ravens or like a high tier team and then get bounced. And then it's kind of like an off year. They fire Matt Nagy and they get a better OC and then they come back the next year stronger.
They need EB, in my opinion.
They need Eric Bieniemy back
because he kept those guys accountable, and I think that's something that Kelsey talked about on New Heights. Is like we have to be vocal leaders, and that really hasn't been a thing. And keeping guys accountable, especially in the NFL, is a little bit harder because you are in a man's league. You're in a man's league. You shouldn't have to be told or get hyped for a game or get motivated. You should just be able to do it. But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't happen, and
you need a person to hold you accountable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what EB did. He challenged Pat. He challenged Kelsey. He challenged Pacheco. He challenged Clyde Edwards.
I'm glad that you're talking about this because again, I listened a little bit to the New Heights episode. I kind of just skipped around a little bit, but like I want to talk about the Chris Jones thing last week because that was really weird with the whole him getting on Jalen Hurts for only passing 100 yards. I'm like. It's like their mindset. It's like, and then he also put out a quote today. Like last week, that was like, why don't people like us? And I'm like,
well, that was from the Kingdom.
Yeah,
that was from the Kingdom episodes. And he's absolutely right. Like, Jalen Hurts didn't have a great game. I think he looked at that and said, y'all won today. Y'all got us again. But you didn't get us as bad as you did in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They put up 40 fucking points, dude.
Yeah.
They only had 20, and we lost by 3.
The reason I brought that up is because I just feel like as a player base, their mindsets are just not in the right place. They're too focused on I even know how to describe it. They're just not focused on the improbable. Like if I'm the Chiefs right now, who cares who likes you and who doesn't like you? Just embrace the villain persona and go all in on that.
I think the team has. I think Chris Jones was more of he knows why that nobody likes them because we're winners. We win. Just like the Patriots, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? The Patriots had had a season like this. Fuck, the Cowboys went 0-2 in 1993 and ended up going and winning a Super Bowl.
The Giants did that.
Same with the Giants.
2007 Giants.
Same with the Giants, brother. Like, and Steve Spagnuolo was part of that team. Donovan McNabb. The Eagles also dropped 0-2, and they ended up going to the Super Bowl.
And also, I'll back up your point as a Bucs fan too. We didn't go 0-2, but we were 8-5 in 2020. We looked pretty much dead to rights. Like when the Chiefs took us out, we were like, everyone was like, "Oh, the Bucs are not making the playoffs; they're done." Tom Brady on the Bucs are all washed, and then we came out of the bye and we won 8 straight. We won the Super Bowl.
And now you know what I really want to happen. I wish Miami. I hope Miami keeps losing games.
Okay, on that point with Miami. So they had this whole point about
I kind of want Tyreek back.
Okay,
I think
it's gonna happen.
The off-season, off the field stuff. Yeah, that's terrible. Whatever. He's a football player first. Like, we gotta bring in dogs. We gotta get Tyreek back. Fuck it, Tyreek's down there somewhere with Pat. Oh my God, those were the greatest.
I honestly think that's gonna happen because they made it whenever a team is like, we're not gonna trade a guy. When you're 0-3, they're considering offers. They just are not liking what the offers are right now. They're just saying that to increase the pot.
Yeah, I don't think him and Tua have much of a chemistry anymore. I think things are really strained right now. But
dude, Mike McDaniel has lost that locker room entirely. You could see it in his press conferences.
It's tough. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for our sports talk section of the podcast. And now it's time to end. We've given you enough hour. We've given you an hour and a half, almost hour 15, 71 minutes.
With 10 minutes of sports talk, which is the most surprising thing we've done on Pod Ones.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Hereth, where can the good people find you?
The good people can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at Hereth Productions. And of course, you can find me here at the Pod Ones podcast every Thursday night starting. Well, I mean, if we're going to have a trailer for Mando next week, we start next week. We're going to be back, baby. And if we're not, we'll think of something else because we have to get some content out before the Mando rewatch.
No, yep, for sure. You can find me at Jedi Master Eggs on all social medias. You can follow us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. Follow Chase on social media at Forward Into the Black. Follow Char at CharCharJ on all social medias. But that's going to be it for this one. We'll see you next Thursday for Squadrons and possibly talking about the Mando Grogu trailer. But on to the next one. May the Force be with you.
Always.